Happy Friday, everybody. Mark Newstater with eXp Realty. It is Friday, January 15th, and we're a day late, not a dollar short, but here with another weekly real estate and mortgage update with Jaden Bax. Jaden, how was your week?
It's fantastic so far. Lots of work. Hockey is back, thank God. That's why part of the reason why we were going to be a little bit later yesterday, but nobody wants to watch us during the Flames game. But no,
Exactly.
life is good.
That's great. Yes, I am. I am wearing. It's Friday. I am wearing my Flames gear and trying to get some positive momentum for the home opener tomorrow night. So we can talk about that maybe later. But let's get to another busy week in real estate. We're going to throw the stats up on the screen, and it was good. I think a couple of things here. So I've kind of given a little more description on the weeks here. So we're January 8th to 15th, the week prior, and then the week in between Christmas and New Year's, and then the week leading up to Christmas. So when we go through the stats here, this is not rocket science. It's not surprising that we saw some big dips right before Christmas. So in this past week, we've had 246 new single-family detached listings to go on the market in Calgary. The week leading, January 1st to 8th was 185. Week between Christmas and New Year's, only 62. And then December 18th to 25th was 60 the week leading up to Christmas. Sold listings. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. So let's go actually backwards. So the week leading up to Christmas, we had 175. Then, not surprisingly, dipped down to 94 between Christmas and New Year's. The new year starts, we get up to 113. And then in this past week, we've had 165 sold listings. And again, the pending sales, similar but different. When we look at the week leading up to Christmas, we had 3, then 10 between Christmas and New Year's, 30 the first week of January, and then up to 59 in this past week. Our expired listings, 67 the week leading up to Christmas, 152 between Christmas and New Year's. It might just have been timing with the end of the year and maybe a lot of listing contracts kind of ending during that time. And then 37 the week prior to this one, and then 29 expireds. So 1,520 total active detached listings. So just comparing when I was preparing for this afternoon, there was upwards of 1,820 just a few weeks ago. So that kind of gives you a bit of a comparison. I was running a search for, a new client Jaden and I are working with here. It's locally here in Woodbine, and we wanted to pull detached homes under $450,000. Jaden, what would your guess be as to how many active detached homes there are in Woodbine and Woodlands under 450?
5?
5? No, you're close. You're close. You're a little high on the over there. We have 3. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you want to sell your home, but you don't want to list your home, I have a way for you to do that. It's called a pocket listing. We put it in our back pockets and we market it privately. And it's a great way to sell your home without having to go to the trouble of listing it on the MLS, because we need inventory. And prices are definitely up in certain areas of the city and Airdrie and places like that compared to last year. So let's take that off the screen. But I mean, overall, we're starting the year strong. My activity, I've never been this busy at the beginning of a January. We had 2 listings that signed contracts. They'll be coming on in the next couple of months during the course of this week. We had 2 accepted offers. We have, a few more people want to list their homes. We have new buyers we're working with. So it is crazy. Jaden, what are you seeing on your side of your side of the ledger there? You said it was a busy week.
Yeah, it's crazy. It just working the deals that I have in place, trying to get conditions met, trying to satisfy those new clients who want to know what they can look for, that are excited to get out there and start looking. And then just kind of planning, same as you, a couple of months down the road, clients that will be ready then, kind of starting the process for them as well. And then, of course, at the beginning of the year, you're always trying to to get your systems a little bit tighter and make sure that everything really runs well throughout the year. So all of that kind of bureaucratic stuff in the background, it's been, you're trying to get everything done that you have to, and there's not enough hours in the day, which is fantastic, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, we were talking the other night at our BNI meeting about New to Canada. There's so many great programs out there right now. What's been your most popular one you've been using with clients over the last maybe couple of months, Jaden?
Yeah, well, so because rates are so low, and people see some of these absurd HSBC rates that are out there, and they're actually having trouble getting to that because the conditions and the bureaucracy on the back end make it get there to getting there very difficult. But it sets an expectation of what their rate should be, right? And so some of our great partners are really pushing their rates down. But on top of that, they're sharing the pain and the buy downs for us. So sometimes to obtain a better rate, we have to use a little bit of our commission to do that, and there's a trade off. And the lenders are sharing a bit of that pain with us as well, making it a bit less painful to get the buyers down to where they want to be. Of course, those new to Canada programs are great in conjunction, as we talked about, with that first-time homebuyers incentive, where you can have the government matching your down payment to lower your monthly payments and kind of lower your mortgage insurance costs. So I'm just, I'm seeing such a wide variety of things, because I'm seeing a lot of people who have really great jobs and did really well throughout the pandemic. But they're tired of living in the city, and so we're finding programs to put them into acreages and good fits for them. Yeah, just a wide variety of different things right now.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. All right, so that kind of gives you, we're going to keep it short. It's Friday. People want to get on with their day, but we appreciate everyone tuning in on YouTube as well today. And if you're watching this later on Facebook, thanks so much for tuning in. So really the recap is the year's starting off well. We obviously had a dip before Christmas and then Christmas to New Year's, which is completely understandable. But we're seeing very, very strong real estate market stats to start the year. And the overall theme right now is lack of inventory. So again, if you are looking to sell, you've been thinking about selling, shoot me a message. Let's chat. We do a quick phone call so I can get some detail about your home. And then we do a quick Zoom call, and I'm going to actually share my screen with you, show you the back end of our matrix system with Calgary Real Estate Board. We'll go through all the active and sold homes in your area, and we'll figure out, does it make sense? The last thing I want to talk about is assessed value. You're going to be getting your mailed tax bills from City of Calgary, from other municipalities in and around the city. People get those and they go, oh, well, my home is worth $500,000 because that's what the city says it's worth. I can tell you what my assessed value is compared to what we purchased it for are two vastly different things. So give me a call, shoot me a message. Let's chat. Is that a marker for what your home could be worth in 2021? It's possible. Our prices are going up. Oftentimes it isn't comparable because that assessment was done almost a year ago. So they're done, summer of 2020. Now you're getting that assessment, the bill for 2020. So definitely shoot me a message. Let's chat more about that and see if there is a way to make that work for you if you're interested in selling in 2021. Jaden's a great resource for you too if you're looking to refinance. Jaden, actually, before we go, talk a little bit about that, because I know there's some people that have gone, oh, shoot, I wish I would have waited to refinance until all these rates are so low.
Yeah, and so it's not necessarily too late. If we could still move you, if the penalty isn't too spectacular, there's still ways to move you out. And there's actually programs as well where you pay a slightly higher rate, but you get cash back. And so if your penalty is a little bit higher than you want to pay out of pocket, we can pay that off with a cash back mortgage, and sometimes still significantly lower your rate. Okay. And then just in terms of the refinance, I just think, if you're making huge amounts of payments outside of your mortgage and you have equity in your home, now is the time to push that out to 30 years for your payments. You lower your monthly payments, pay off all those other debts, and you can knock off thousands of dollars a month in payments and just be paying your mortgage. And I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, and if one of your New Year's resolutions was to reduce credit card debt, consumer debt, definitely get in touch with Jaden. He has some great options for you. All right, Jaden, one final thought. Flames hockey, we lost last night. We were saying before we went live that had we actually just played 3 periods, we might have done better, but it's actually looking good. I love the jerseys, love the new goalie. And what's your prediction for tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think Markstrom's gonna put up the shutout, and we're gonna have 4 goals from the guys. So yeah, hockey night in Canada, 4-0 Flames.
4-0 Flames.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go closer. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be 4-3 Flames, and they're gonna score in the third period late to win it. So there's my prediction. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. We will talk to you in a week, next Thursday, back at our regular time and regular place right here on Facebook and YouTube. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, guys.